They told you beans and rice make a complete protein. What if I told you you'd need triple the calories to match the muscle building power of a single steak? Let me show you why the plant protein myth falls apart in the real world. Hey everyone, my name is Marc Bates. I'm a metabolic health coach, and this is part of my question and answer series: beans and rice versus beef, the protein truth no one told you. Okay, let's look at the question. You've laid out this institutional resistance perfectly, but let's get practical. For someone who's been told their whole life that beans and rice make a complete protein, how do you explain why that combination still doesn't match what a piece of beef delivers, even when the amino acid profiles look similar on paper? Hey, good question. The beans and rice equals complete protein idea is one of the most persistent myths in mainstream nutrition. In fact, some 45 years ago, when I was trying to become a vegetarian and vegan, I bought into that. That was in the book Diet for a Small Planet and stuff. All complete garbage, no science behind it. So, yeah, I understand why this thing's been around for a long time. Okay? It's true that beans and rice together can fill in each other's amino acid gaps. Beans lack methionine and rice lacks lysine, but this combination still falls far short of a piece of beef in terms of actual usable amino acids delivered to your body. Here's why. Oh, by the way, if you've been told beans and rice make a complete protein, let me know in the comments. Okay? So let's get into this. Digestibility. You can't use what you can't absorb or you don't absorb, right? Beef is 95 to 98% digestible protein. Almost every gram of amino acid you eat is absorbed and available for your cells. Beans and rice, typically 60 to 80% digestible because antinutrients, there are phytates, lectins, and tannins in all these vegetable products. They block enzyme access to proteins. And fiber and plant cell walls trap proteins in an indigestible matrix. In practical terms, you may need 30 to 40% more plant protein grams just to absorb the same amount of essential amino acids that you'd get from beef. Amino acid isn't just profile, it's reactive amino acids. Okay, so on paper, beans and rice hit all 9 essential amino acids. Great, but in reality, heat processing, canning, boiling, extruding damages amino acids, especially lysine, making them non reactive and biologically unavailable. Okay? And a complete profile does not mean complete utilization. The body can't use amino acids locked in damaged or bound forms. Okay? There's also a rate limit on amino acids that bottleneck muscle protein synthesis. I never heard of this one. I didn't when I was looking at this 40 plus years ago. Even when combined, beans plus rice barely meet the minimum leucine threshold, around 2.5 to 3 grams. Okay, required to trigger MPS in adults. Okay, and older adults may need 3 to 4 grams of leucine per meal, and this triggers the ability to actually build muscle. Okay, and look at my sarcopenia videos if you want more detail on that. A 6-ounce beefsteak hits that leucine threshold easily in a single serving. Beans and rice would require 2 to 3 times more calories in bulk to match the anabolic signal. Okay, energy cost. Protein dilution in plants. Beans and rice deliver a lot of carbohydrate calories along with protein, 70 to 80% of energy as starch. To get the same 20 to 30 grams of usable digestible protein as in a modest steak, you would need to eat 7 to 900 calories of beans and rice versus a 250 calories of lean beef. This makes it almost impossible to meet high quality protein targets on a plant based diet without over consuming calories. Right? And for people who are thinking that it's more ecological to grow plants than to grow cattle, think about that now. You need to take up 3 times as much plants. I mean, you're okay. You can do the math internally. So the diet scores tell the real story. So your DIAS scores tells you how much of the beef is actually available as amino acids. So beef has a score of 100 to 110. That's very high. Beans 40 to 60. Rice is under 60. Eggs 110 to 100 to 110. So it's right up there. And whey is whey protein. It's 100 to 110. So you look at this and you go, okay, animal proteins are definitely where to get your amino acids from. So here's your takeaway. Complete on paper does not equal complete in practice. Beans and rice may check the boxes on a chart, but you absorb less. Some amino acids are damaged or unavailable. You fail to hit leucine thresholds for muscle maintenance. You must eat more calories to compensate. DIAS shows that these plant proteins are inherently lower quality. A small portion of beef delivers more usable building blocks for your muscles, bones, enzymes, and neurotransmitters than an entire plate of beans and rice. That's why the complementary protein story is chemical possibility, but not a physiological reality for most people. Okay? Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the appropriate section. If you have some ideas for things you want me to follow up on, this is a community we're building, and I want to answer the questions you're interested in. Let me know what you're looking for, and we'll try to do the videos for you. And as always, if you haven't, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who might need it. It helps the channel a great deal, and I thank you for that, but you're also helping a lot of other people, so I appreciate that.